And there is still no word this afternoon on the whereabouts of Christopher Dudus Escapes. Reports suggest that he eluded capture in the West Kingston operation. Thousands of Army personnel backed by air support entered the West Kingston enclave about midday yesterday. It's reported that the soldiers have tightened their grip on Tivoli Gardens and have been going door to door to flush out gunmen. There are also reports that the security forces have seized a large cache of arms. And we're receiving reports at this hour that a large number of police personnel reportedly from Hammond Barracks are now facing a heavy gun attack along South Camp Road. The policemen were reportedly in the process of clearing a roadblock close to the intersection with Arnold Road when they were pinned down by a barrage of bullets. We understand that a Don was killed in the Arnold Road area this morning, and it's believed the attack on the police could be as a result of that incident. Our reporter Kirk Wright is in that vicinity and joins us now. Kirk, what can you tell us? What's happening now?
Thank you very much, Archie. Well, we experienced gunfire between police officers and gunmen. Of course, we didn't see the people firing at the police, but we heard sporadic gunfire. And at one time, it continued for probably half a minute. Just a while ago, the police held on to an elderly man who said he was 55. He was held and searched, and a round found in his glasses pocket. Now the police took him away to the nearby Hammerburg police for him to be searched. But earlier on, Archie, we were by Central Police Station where the police there were pinned down for a little while. They told the gunmen from sections of South Side were firing at them, and they had to defend themselves. But now we're back here, and things seem a little calmer right now.
Kirk, earlier there were reports that there was a police ambulance seen in the South Camp Road area there, close to Mobile Reserve.
Of course.
Are you aware of any injuries of police officers?
We're not sure, Archie. We did, during this sporadic gunfire, two rescue units drove out, followed by an ambulance, the police ambulance. It went straight up South Camp Road. I tried to find out if there were casualties or injuries as it relates to the police side. Nobody has been able to confirm if any police have been injured, but we did not see the ambulance, didn't come back in our direction, and we're still trying to find out though if anybody was shot. But the streets, Archie, I can tell you, the streets are bare. It looks like a holiday. There's virtually nobody in the streets. The little people that are here, the police are trying to let them know that a state of emergency is in effect, and they should stay off the streets.
No. Kirk, on that point there, the Central Police Station will be close, the top of downtown Kingston. When you're talking about streets being bare and so forth, and no people, and the fact that you're not seeing anyone on the roads, you're not just talking about the South Camp Road area, you're also talking about that upper part of downtown as well.
Of course, actually. Right now, I'm back at the Central Police Station, and there are very few people on the streets. The businesses have closed, Archie, and I suppose people are just staying away for fear of being shot. Earlier on, too, we did see a businessman from, it appears that his business is somewhere in the parade area. He had private security. They, too, were afraid to go into parade area because there were shots there were sounds of gunfire coming from that area. We did saw, though, a contingent of soldiers drove into the area, and that was it. We didn't hear any gunfire after that.
No gunfire. Kirk right there, our reporter. Thank you very much, Kirk. He's along South Camp Road in the Kingston area, where it's reported that a large number of police personnel are facing a heavy gun attack. We're also receiving reports of heavy gunfire in sections of Spanish Town. Several people were also killed in that community overnight. Our reporter Latoya Spence has been covering that area. Latoya Spence, where are you now and what are you seeing?
Well, Archibald, I have just left McCook's Pen, and 4 persons were just shot. 3 of them have died on the spot. 1 has been rushed to the hospital. They're not sure what his condition is. While we were on the ground, we were getting reports that he had died. He's 14-year-old and a student of Cumberland High School. It has been a really busy morning for the security forces in St. Catherine and its environs. Denver, so Spanish Town rather, because this morning we were on Marchpen Road, and when we got there were sporadic gunfire exchanging of bullets between the police and gunmen, and we saw a lot of activity in that area, a lot of tension. We saw a lot of people moving out because they just wanted to be out of the area. And intertwined with all of that, residents were on the road, the police officers were trying to get them off. So from time to time, even though the gunshots are being fired, people are still out on the road, making the job of the security forces a little bit more difficult at times. We also understand that one person has been shot and injured in Waterford, so we're heading in that direction now to find out what is happening over there. Last night also, along the Spanish Town bypass, 5 persons were shot. 3 of those persons died, including a 7-year-old boy.
Latoya, as you said, you're in the you're just coming from the McCook-Spen area. You're in there. That would be an area that you're heading towards Old Harbor, out of Spanish Town there.
Right.
Is it your sense then, based on the number of reports that you're getting and the fact that you were in the area yesterday, that the violence is spreading throughout the parish?
Well, from the indications of officers on the ground and even the residents themselves, people feel that this is an offshoot of the violence that is happening in Kingston. Persons, for example, the shooting that just took place on McCook-Spen Road. The residents said that men just drove up in a car, just came up to the bar, identified themselves as police officers and just opened fire on everybody. And then after that they went to the post office and just opened fire on people there and just drove off.
Latoya, have you had an opportunity to go through sections of Spanish Town itself, and what are you seeing there in terms of?
Well, earlier this morning there were gunfire reports of gunfire in Spanish Town, and that cooled off, and most of the activity was really centered around the Marchpen area. There were also reports of gunfire in St. John's Road and I guess other little areas in that vicinity there. But nothing really is happening in Spanish Town right now. Most of the activity was concentrated along Marchpen Road and Scarlet Road, that area there.
In terms of the police presence on the road, are you seeing a lot of officers?
Yes, a number of police personnel are on the road.
As well as soldiers?
As well as supplies. And what we realized was that they're responding to the shootings quite quickly, because when we left Marchpen and came over to McCook-Spen, we were there less than probably 5 minutes, and several police officers came on the scene, took control of what was happening there, cordoned off the area and waited until the scene of crime personnel came.
Thank you very much. Latoya Spencer, our reporter in Spanish Town, well, specifically in McCook-Spen. That's on the way to Old Harbor. We will have more from her later on in other bulletins. Meanwhile, numerous callers from West Kingston have told our news center that their communities are under heavy gunfire. The residents who call from Tivoli Gardens and Denham Town claim that military teams are firing shots widely and that many injured persons are trapped. A religious leader, Reverend Patsy Powell, claiming to be in Denham Town, said a deacon from her church was shot and killed as he tried to move from one section of the community to another.
And he got a shot in his stomach. There was another young man there who got gunshot in his stomach. One died and one suffering from morning killer comes out. And there was another person on another